Okay, welcome everyone. I'm Shagor. So today we learn about the medical image processing, the Department of Biomedical Engineering. So we discuss with respect to the Biomedical Engineering Department. So we continue this session. So I recommended some textbook like Digital Image Processing, Rafael C. Gunjal and Richard E. Woods. It cover general image processing techniques applicable to medical image processing. The key features of this textbook is filter segmentation and morphological studies, all about the image processing, and the digital image processing as Jayaraman. So this book is cover also fundamentals of image processing, filter, transformation, compressions, and edge detection segmentation, morphological operations. Especially, it's also covered the other segmentation process like active contour, we will discuss soon, and the potential application in medical image processing. Okay. And another one is Rangraj M. Rangarayan. So this book also covered the image acquisition, image enhancements. It's basically discuss everything about medical image processing like X-ray, MRI, CT scan, and ultrasound. And also it also discuss about the segmentation process and classification categorized of image or regional using statistical or machine learning approach. And the features extraction like identification of important edge characteristic like shape, texture, age. It's basically segmentation purpose and machine learning. So at first we know about the question that is what is a image basically. So a image is a visual representation of object, skin or data, typically in a two-dimensional or three-dimensional format. Basically we know the image is a two-dimensional representation of any object, but sometimes the medical image like CT scan, MRI, it's also the three-dimensional representation of any kind of object like our internal organs of our bodies. So it consists of an array of pixels. So what is pixels? We discuss late, but I tell you the pixel is the smallest unit of the image. So that is called picture elements, where each pixel contain information about color, brightness, and intensities. So each pixel uh, have the characteristics that depends on the colors, brightness, and intensity. Sometimes the another options like it's very uh, with the types of image. So there has different types of image. There's the binary images. So the binary we know 0 and 1. That's called binary image. And the 0 means it is represent the blacks and 1 represent the white. So black and white image is called binary images. And the next one is grayscale image, shades of gray. So the black and white. Also further classifications of these grayscale image is 0 to 255. So that is the 8-bit image, grayscale images. And the shade vary light to dark. That's mean white to black. It's not just two types of colors, just black and white. It's have the variation of black and white colors. So that is called grayscale image. And the third one is color image, the comprised of multiple channels. There is RGB, red, green, blue. So red, green, blue is a package of a image intensities, and it is a pixel characteristics. So a pixel, there is the smallest unit of image if I consider the 2 into 2 matrix image. So the first pixels there has 4 pixels. So the first one have RGB. That's mean red, green, blue. So these three color intensities or the combinations they make different type of colors like magenta, cyan, and so many colors. So we discuss about this topic soon. Now we can see the red ones is 8 bits and the green and blue also each color contain 8 bits. So these RGB color gradient or the RGB image, each pixels used 8 into 3, that's mean 24 bits. Okay, so that is the color image, and there has also another types of color image like CMY, HSI. So we also discuss soon. Then the multispectral and hyperspectral image, that is multiple waveform bands used in satellite image or medical image processing. And the fifth one is 3D or volumetric image, the streak of 2D slice. It is basically made by 2D slice of image, and after combining this slice we build a 3D image. So that is the process. We make a 3D image in the medical field, like MRI or CT scan. So we also discuss about this. So, and the what is the medical image? The medical image is specialized types of image acquired using medical imaging technologies to visualize the internal structure of our human body for diagnosis, treatment planning, and the research. So these three is very important. Why we use or why we need a medical image? Okay, so we know this. Now I discuss about the characteristics of medical image. So there also needs the high precision, modality specific, and often 3D or 4D. This means time series like cardiac MRI. Required post-processing, enhanced segmentations or registrations is also required for image processing, specifically medical image processing. So high precision, it need to capture anatomical pathological details. So if the image is a high precision image, so we can see there has this details, pathologicals, and anatomicals properties. So image precision is most important and significant role play in the image processing, and modality specific. So the different image technology provide different information. So modality specification is also required for medical image processing because several types of medical image we can see. So different types of image provide us different types of information or data. So it is very important. Okay, so now we see the common medical image modalities. So there has a X-ray image, CT scan image, MRI, that's the magnetic resonance imaging, ultrasound image, PET image, that means positron emission tomography. This is active image processing, microscopic pathology. So the description, we can see the X-ray is a 2D projection. We know it is a 2D image X-ray. So bone fracture, lung disease. There is the example of this case. And the second one is CT scan, the 3D X-ray cross section. So it is also a X-ray image processing. So CT scan is a X-ray. Okay, CT scan is X-ray, but we combine this 2D slice of X-ray and make a 3D model. So that is called a CT scan 3D image. That means three-dimensional. Okay. Then the tumor detection, tumor assessment is the main purpose of the CT scan, and the another ones like we can develop different types of internal organ 3D simulation through the CT scan image processing. The third one is MRI, magnetic resonance. We know there's magnetic field or radiation wave used in this process, and so we capture brain tumors, soft tissue analysis. So ultimately, the CT scans are the X-ray, basically good for hard tissue like bone, etc. The CT scan also comfortable for tumor or soft tissue, but the MRI is dedicatedly used for the specifically the soft tissue analysis. Okay, the ultrasound image processing, the high frequency sound wave used in this process, it's used basically the pregnancy monitoring, heart functions, etc. detections. So ultrasound is also a significant image processing methods in the medical image field. PET, that is positron emission tomography, is track metabolic activities. Example is cancer staining, Alzheimer segment detection. So that is also used in these fields, cancer and Alzheimer detections. Okay, then the microscopic and pathology, high precision tissue cell imaging is also required, and cancer diagnosis, biopsy analysis used microscopic or pathological image processing techniques. So this is the modalities of image processing. Specifically, we can see the medical image processing, several types of image. Now we compare between the analog and digital imaging. So there has a two types of image. If we classify is fundamental image processing, so there has a two types of image, that is analog and the digitals. So we say the analog image processing. This is a continuous representation of visual data. So what is continuous representation? It means the continuous signals. Okay, so continuous signals where we can see our televisions. Also, you can see the film X-ray. Any types of printed version of digital image processing or digital image, that is called analog image. So photographs, film, or printed images. So it's called analog image. That is continuously represent the visual data. Okay, so that is the examples I attach in this slide. So now we discuss about the digital image processing. So the digital image is the discrete representation as a matrix of pixels. So it is a discrete representation of pixels. Any types of image we can see in the monitors or our mobile phone or any kind of digital displays. So that is a discrete representation of matrix. So that is called digital image. It's made by so many pixels. Okay, and then the signal types. Okay, we can discuss about the signal types. We also already discussed about the signals. This is the analog signal. For the analog signal, we can see the continuous signals. That means it is also represent the voltage and light intensity. So voltage and light intensity is vary with the characteristics or properties of the image. So it's the properties of the image depends on the voltage or light intensity. Basically, for the digital image, it can be the binary image, grayscale image, or several types of image. So there discuss about the binary image 0 and 1. So we represent different type of images by these two digits 0 and 1. So that is called the digital image processing or digital image. So the storage medium. Third one is storage medium. So we can see film, photographic paper is the storage medium of analog signal, so or analog image. The digital image, hard drives, SSD, DCOM files. That's mean the digital devices we used. Resolutions, the limited by gain size, film or signal noise. So there, this is the resolution's purpose, not the analog image is not the resolution purpose. The digital image has high resolutions and for the with the smaller pixel. So if this pixel is smaller and the resolution is greater, so defined by pixel counts. That's mean the resolution is defined by 1024 into 1024. That is the resolution. That means width and height of the image, and this number represent the pixels. Okay. The processing flexibility, difficult to modify, manual adjustment or dark rooms. So the easy to enhance digital image. For the digital image, easy to enhance, noise remove, contrast, adjustment, software by software. So the digital image processing is more easy and flexible as compared to the analog image processing. Noise susceptibilities. So the degrades over times and the less prone of the physical damage. So in the digital image, we can remove the noise through digital image processing. Right? Reproducibilities, there is a copy loss qualities. If we copy one image to another, so it can lose the quality. But the digital image, no loss in quality if we copy. Okay, so this is the advantage of digital image processing or digital image techniques. Medical examples, then traditional X-ray films, analog ultrasounds is the example of analog image. In the other hand, the digital image is X-ray DRs, that's means the monitor visualization, CT scan, MRI, digital pathologicals, digital images. That is the examples of digital image processing or digital image. So the cost and accessibilities, the lower initial cost, harder to share or store. So initial cost is low, but if we can store or save the contents of the analog images, so it's very costful or harder to store this image. But at the same time, the initial cost is higher of the digital image processing if you can buy a digital cameras or computers, but easy to transmit and easy to store the digital image. So initial cost is higher, but the after initiation the cost is very low and very flexible to use. Post processing, the limitation we can see in the analog images, but the digital image it's very flexible and advanced AI segmentations. We can see now the 3D reconstruction methods. So the post processing is good in the digital image processing or the digital image for the digital image. Now we can see the computer-aided diagnosis and therapy based on the biomedical image analysis. So we can see the patients here. This is the patient's biomedical image processing or proving signal or radiations. So we can capture a medical image, that's mean internal organ visualization. So we then use a transducer to capture this image. Then imaging system, then the analog to digital conversion, that's mean ADC, it's convert the analog signal into a digital signal. Then picture archival and communication system, PACS, that's transmit the digital image into the another devices. And the image processing segment, this segment is called image data acquisition. So in this part, we acquisite a image or we capture a image and convert it into analog to digital. Now the image processing part is the filter and image enhancement process. And the next one is detection or regions of the object. So we can detect the region of the object and remove the noise, backgrounds, and another ones. Now, and the next part is image or pattern analysis. So this process we analyze the region of the object and features extraction of the object. That's mean pattern recognitions, classification, and diagnostic decisions. We can uh, used here several type of artificial intelligence or segmentation process or feature extraction process, basically deep learning process or machine learning approach. And after this, we see the physicians or medical specialist see this image and further she treat the patient based on the image or specifically medical image. Okay. So that is the overall parts or the overall techniques for acquisition, image processing, and pattern analysis. And so it is the preparation or preparatory process of a image or medical image. Now we can see the digital image processing and biomedical image processing, the classic difference between the digital image and the biomedical image. So at first we see the definitions: general processing of image for enhance or analysis of compression or compression. So general process of image, the main target is enhance of the image, analysis, and compression for transmission. But in the case of biomedical image processing, the specialized processing for medical image for clinical diagnosis or research purpose. So the purpose is different. For the biomedical image processing purpose is very, very specific. But uh, in the digital image processing, it's in general purpose or in general processing. That is also used in the medical image processing, but the medical image processing steps are not significantly used in the digital image processing. Okay, there is the extra processing steps we follow in the biomedical image processing techniques as compared to the digital image technique. So, and the primary goals. So the digital image processing is the primary goal to improve, visualize quality, extract features, or compress the data. So it is the general purpose also. And the field of biomedical image processing, we enhance diagnosis accuracy, quantify the biomarkers. So it is very important to quantify or detect the biomarkers in the biomedical image processing and aid treatment planning. So it is also help the physicians or the medical professionals to uh, get several types of decisions of the patient treatments. And the input image. So the digital image processing, we use the input images, normal general purpose photos, satellite image, and videos. In the field of biomedical image processing, we use the medical image like MRI, CT scan, X-ray, ultrasound, microscopic images, and PET scans. So there I include some medical image examples, but there has also several type of medical image we can see in our daily life. So we also discuss further about the medical images. Okay, now the techniques. So the digital image is commonly used to filtering Gaussians or median filters. There has a mean filters also, and the several types of adaptive filters we also used to remove the noise from the image. And the edge detection is the another part of digital image processing that we use Sobel, Kenny, or pre-width likes edge detector. There is basically a kernel operations, and the next one is compressions. So compressions means we convert the image into a small size of image without lose the quality or with lose the quality. So we also discuss about the compression techniques. Now we discuss about the biomedical image processing techniques. The noise reduction is very important in biomedical image processing, and the segmentation also the importance of biomedical image processing. The registrations, no rigid. And the challenges, so lighting variations is a challenge of digital image processing, also a medical image processing. Also the compressions artifacts, so there can be occur a compression artifacts in digital image process. In the field of biomedical image processing, we can see the low contrast soft tissue in MRI. So artifacts can occur, that's been motions in CT scan. Ethical or privacy concern is very important in biomedical image processing because the patient security and privacy is very important for medical image processing. This is the ethical parts of medicals or hospitals. Okay, so there we also discuss about the tools and libraries, machine learning and artificial intelligence applications to detect the different types of regions for segmentation purpose. Output use case, that means social media filters used in the digital image processing. But in the field of medical image processing, we radiologists reports surgical immigration and drug delivery purpose. We use this process and the medical images. Then the regulatory standards, not as much as significant for the digital image, but the medical image processing is very significant to regulatory standard. Now we discuss about the human instrumentation system. So human instrumentation system, or HIS, are the integrated hardware software system designed to measure, monitor, and analyze pathological signal from the human body for medical diagnosis, research, or rehabilitation. So human instrumentation system versus biomedical image processing, there has a parts of the subject. So this is the normal difference between the human instrumentation system. So we can see the human instrumentation system, the measure physiological signals. So it's the discuss about the uh, measure physiological signal. That's mean not images. It is only discuss about the signal like ECG, EEG, EMG. So it's all about the signal. So there is the one-dimensional signal series, and it's captured by the electrode transducer or wearables device. Signal filter, features extraction, event detection is necessary for the signal processing. The output is from numerical parameters like heart rates, etc. Clinical use, real-time monitoring system like ICU, surgery. We use the ECG or EEG and the several type of signal of our body. And the example is lab viewers, MATLAB signal processing tools, so we can process the human instrumentation system like these are several types of several types of signals. So now we discuss about the biomedical image processing. We also know it is an anatomical or physiological structural view of our human body. Specifically, we can see the internal organs of our body. And the spatial data is obviously spatial domain data. That means two-dimensional, three-dimensional, or can be four-dimensional. Sensors, we can use the X-ray, MRI, CT scan, ultrasound detector. So, and the key processing is image enhancement, segmentation, registration is also required for the biomedical image processing. And the diagnostic image is outputs of the medical image processing, 3D models, or several types of biomarkers. Okay, clinical use of the biomedical image is diagnostic imaging, the treatment planning. Okay, the example is 3D slice, MONAI, ITK is the example of biomedical image processing. Okay, so the class, we continue.